So hello everyone. Hope you all are well and you're enjoying your time. I'm back with another live stream, and this is probably the second live stream of the season. And this is truly because I had no class today. So we're going to be talking about the UCL Fantasy, and yeah, we're going to be talking about the Limitless draft. That is the most Limitless chip. That is the most popular thing to before the second match day, and even my transfer strategy. That is what I'll discuss here. Meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to the channel already, please do that. We are only one sub short of the 1,000 subs. We were actually at 1,000 during the day, but somebody did unsubscribe, and now we're back on 999. So it would be really, really helpful if you guys do subscribe. If you're new here, I do cover the Champions League Fantasy, I do cover the FPL and the Bundesliga Fantasy. So yeah. Whatever your questions are, you can ask me. You can shoot your questions, and hopefully, uh, the idea is to go big and attack match day 2 with either the limitless or the free transfer. That is what we're going to discuss in here. So let me know what are your plans and how are you planning to go in match day 2. Are you going to use that chip, or are you saving it for match day 3 or 4, or are you going to play that wild card for 3 and 4? So we'll look at all that, and obviously, yeah, there is a lot to come onto the channel. So by subscribing, you can help me get more and more audience, and obviously I would fall into the YouTube algorithm where it would suggest my videos to more audience. So thankful to all of you for all the support throughout. Now, in match day 1, I've already done the review. In match day 1, it was pretty all right for me, and to be honest, with Alvarez returning and the likes of Bellingham scoring and be him at the armband, even if you've given it to Sane at that time, I think that was pretty all right. Giovanni Di Lorenzo was another of the differences for me, so I think it was pretty all right. Only Thuram was the one who was pretty disappointing in that game. Now, if I come up here and go into the make transfers, what I could do is the similar strategy that I talked about. Let me just check if I've shared it correctly. The strategy, the similar strategy that I could do this week is just go with one free transfer and bank another one for the next week. So that would be the very basic one, and that is something I've had in mind for a while now. For that, I would have to chop out Robert Lewandowski, because I think his fixture comparing to Harry Kane. Kane has a much better fixture, so I can go for Harry Kane in this one and use that point 0.5 somewhere else. Probably get a DROM out of my side and go for someone from the likes of AC Milan, because they've got a good fixture versus Dortmund. Obviously, Dortmund is a good side, but they are leaky. And the other thing I could do is get someone in from Real Sociedad, who I think are a very good side, or even I can go for Molina. Let me just quickly search Molina in here. He's 6 million, so I can't do that. But let's just look at any other one from the likes of Atletico Madrid. Let me just put the defender here and then Atletico Madrid. And here we go. So at this price, I can afford Savage, who I do expect him to make some recoveries in the game. And then obviously there was uh, Hermoso, who might feature in. So I can let's just go for Savage here at 5 million. So I can do that, and these would be my two free transfers for the week. So if you've got questions, do let me know. Do ask your questions, and if you've got news, do share it. Then I'll try my best to share any news that I get during this stream. So currently this is what the transfer plans are, and I am leaning towards not using my limitless, and I would be using that in either game week 3 or 4, and take the wild card I had in somewhere in round of 16, where it sometimes becomes necessary to use the wild card. That is what I've concluded, and I'm playing a little different, but that doesn't mean that I'm not 100% sure that I won't use the limitless, but as of now I'm leaning towards using the free transfers. We'll wait for the lineups, and that would determine my strategy and my moves. Now we are at 8:58. The game start at, obviously, let's just check if the lineups are out for the Champions League games. So Union Berlin versus Braga, we'll get the lineups for that game, and they are here. So Union Berlin has got Becker and Behrens up front. Then obviously there's Uranovic, Hebrel, Kral, Tozart, Gozens starting. Bonucci is there. They were very Union Berlin was very, very good in the previous game. So I'm expecting them to keep a clean sheet in here. Not gonna lie, there is a clean sheet, probably clean sheet points in those games. In that game versus Union Berlin versus Braga. Braga normal side, not as good as Union Berlin. Uh, Obviously Berlin and Braga both ended up losing, but yeah, to be honest, I think that Berlin is a little better side in this one, and I'd bet on their clean sheet in this game. Now the other one is Salzburg versus Real Sociedad. Kubo and Oyarzabal start up front. Then there is obviously Mendes starting, Merino, Zubimendi, Barenazia, Traore, Zubeldia. Lenormand is back, which is a good news. Munoz is back. Remero, Lenormand is the main man in their defense, and when he is there, there is usually, the point where they do keep clean sheets, because he's the heart, he's the the main focus point in their defense. And obviously you got Konate and Simic starting up front. Kiergaard, Gorna, Duot, Gloch, and Bitstrip in the midfield, and then obviously Dedic, Solid, Pavlovic, Terzic, and that goalkeeper Schläger. Sorry if I did pronounce any name wrong, because yeah, this is pretty much how I'm gonna pronounce most of the names in here, because they seem a little difficult. But yeah, these are the two lineups for the games. Let's see the games tomorrow, and there is the predicted lineup kind of thing in here. In Food Mob, you get that. So with the Bayern Munich side, you've got Kane, Coman, Musiala, and Sane playing. Goretzka and Kimmich, obviously the two pivots, and then Kim, Upamecano, Lemar playing the wing back role alongside Davies on the other wing, and then obviously Ulrich in goal. So this is one fixture. If you're playing that limitless card, this is one fixture you can target. Obviously, I won't say that it would be a piece of cake, but there are goals in this game, and I think that probably Bayern Munich will end up doing 3-0 or 4-0 in this game, because Bayern Munich might, or they might end up conceding to it, would be either 4-1 or 3-1. But Bayern Munich is a ruthless side when it comes to scoring goals, and obviously with Harry Kane, they have that advantage that they were missing out in the previous season. We go back to the other games, and let's see Man United versus Galatasaray. I'm not a big fan of the United boys, not gonna lie. I do not fancy any of these lads, but it is a good fixture. If you want to go for, you can target Bruno Fernandes, or the likes of Rashford in this game. Bruno Fernandes would be my go-to choice if you are hell bent on getting one of the United lads on your side. Then we move on to Lens versus Arsenal, and then obviously Saka is going to miss out, but there is Trossard and Kedia and Hizo starting up front. Odegaard you can be looked at. Havertz, I'd say, is in a void, and then obviously Declan Rice, Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, White, and Raya. These are some of the options you can look at from Arsenal. It is a good game. Arsenal is going to go hard in this one. Then we move on to PSV versus Sevilla. I said this is a fixture that you can avoid. The Napoli versus Real Madrid going to be a tough one. If you've got Bellingham, I'd say hold on to him, do not sell him. And then similarly, Oshiman could be someone you can look at. Not the easiest of fixtures, but Real Madrid has been conceding goals throughout the season. They've kept clean sheets in back-to-back two games now in La Liga, and even versus Berlin, but I'd say that they are a little shaky when it comes to the defense. So Oshiman and the likes of Kvaratskhelia can hurt them. I heard that Carval is not going to be starting, so we'll see how things go up. And probably if it's Lucas Vazquez, I think it will be a scary side for the Madrid fans. And then obviously the last game would be Inter versus Benfica. Inter had a bad start. Thuram here is expected to start versus Benfica. Then obviously Martinez, Dimarco, Mkhitaryan, Çalhanoğlu, Barella, and Dumfries, and Bastoni, Akerbi, and Pavard in goal, or in defense, and then Somers in goal. Then obviously you look at the side of Benfica. Their predicted lineup is Musa, Silva, Mario, and Di Maria, with Koku, Neves playing that pivot, and Orsnes, Morato, Otamendi by in at the back, and Trubin their goalkeeper. So Benfica had a very bad game in the previous one, and I am expecting another bad game from them versus Inter Milan, who is a side looking very good, and they are among the favorites to be at least in the finals, in the final stages of the Champions League. So yeah, if you've got questions, feel free to ask me, feel free to chip in your strategies, your suggestions. So these are the predicted lineups that I want to talk about from today. So yeah, you can target these games. Obviously there are some good games if you want to target with the Limitless, that Barcelona Porto game, Man United Galatasaray. Not the not the favorite fixture, but obviously it is an easy one for Man United. Then obviously Bayern fixture is the one to be targeted, Arsenal one. And even you can target, let me just go to the games tomorrow. You can target Madrid versus Feyenoord. I think this is a good one for Atletico. Atletico has been scoring goals, and they're scoring a lot of goals, which is a very odd thing to say. But yeah, they are playing a little bit of a different game from what we've seen and what we've suspected from Atletico Madrid so far under Simeone. They are scoring goals. They have done comebacks. Dumfries or Demarco, I'd go with Dumfries, bro. Molina or Di Lorenzo, and Mbappe or Lautaro Martinez. So Mbappe, we all know that what he is capable of, but Newcastle is playing a good game, and it won't be an easy one for PSG. Um, I'd I'd prefer Lautaro Martinez. Not gonna lie, he's in such a good form, so I'd prefer Lautaro Martinez over Kylian Mbappe as of now. And if you are on the limitless, I think you can punt on Mbappe, but for a safer side, I'd go with Lautaro Martinez, and Molina would be someone I'd prefer over Di Lorenzo, who's got a good fixture. Molina, and a tough one that Di Lorenzo has against Real Madrid. So you can target Atletico Madrid side and get in picks like Morata or someone like Lino, who was very very good in the previous game that I saw versus Real Madrid. You can get Griezmann and Molina, obviously the attacking wing back, and then the likes of Oblak at the back. You can target this fixture. This is a good one. We go back and we switch to the Thursday fixtures. Then obviously this is a good game to target. Dortmund versus Milan, Leipzig versus Man City would be a good one. Barca versus Porto, with specifically now Pepe missing, this could be a good one for Barcelona. So yeah, these are all the fixtures you can target. There are some very very juicy fixtures in the games. Hopefully I've answered your questions, Exotic Lord. Now we come back to the team. Now, in case I am playing that limitless, let's see how the limitless would shape up. Let's see what are the players that we can go for if we are doing the limitless. Harry Kane is going to be in there. I would Erling Haaland stays in a little bit. uh I'm not pretty sold on Erling Haaland, not gonna lie. I'm not pretty sold on Erling Haaland in this one. Can keep Julian Alvarez to cover that Manchester City attack. And what we could do alternatively, let me just remove him from here and Atletico Madrid from here. So what we could do alternatively in this game is we can go for Rafael Leao, who has a game versus Dortmund up front for a differential, or let's see what other forward options we have. So as of now, Erling Haaland obviously selected by 71% of the managers. I wouldn't say you take him out, but if you were to take him out, what are the options we have? We've got João Felix, we've got Lautaro Martinez, and we've got the likes of Rodrigo, Vinicius Jr. Kubo has such a good game. He's been in tremendous form. So there are a lot of options in terms of the forwards, but I'd say keep Erling Haaland. He is going to be the priority with 71% of the managers having him in their side. If you in limitless there is no budget, so you can double up on, you can either take out Julian Alvarez, get Erling Haaland and Kylian Mbappe up front. This could be your top three, or even take him out and get in either Lautaro Martinez or Joao Felix. I'd say let's get Joao Felix in, who's been in such a great form for FC Barcelona. Jude Bellingham stays in, Leroy Sané stays in, Thuram stays in. I'd take out Kimmich, I'd take out Xavi Simons, and then we go for the midfielders. The option that Bukayo Saka is probably going to miss the game. He is injured, so I wouldn't go here, but I would fancy Odegaard. With Saka out, there is a little bit of a probability that Arsenal does not possesses the same attacking threat that they do with Saka on the pitch. But I wouldn't say that they won't. They will suffer with the difficulties in scoring. So I think Odegaard could be an equally good option. He has been a good option. So this season we do not have a lot of midfield options, so we have to stick with the ones that are scoring goals and that look exciting. So we can punt on Phil Foden here. Hopefully we'll see. Let's see that if he starts or not. Let's see the predicted lineup. So Foden is available in the predicted lineup, and if he does start, I think he could be a good one. You get that Erling Haaland and Phil Foden duo in your side versus a defensively weaker Leipzig, who did ended up conceding 2 goals, bottling the lead that they had versus Bayern. And then obviously Trossard stays in for my side. You can pick up, there's no worries, you can pick up Odegaard, but I'd go with Trossard. You can buy Jesus to cover Arsenal. Can do that, can get Jesus up front, but I am happy with Trossard as of now. Not going to go with a lot of Arsenal because Arsenal assets. The reason to do that is we have so many good forward options and so less good midfield options. So I'd go with the ones that are pretty nailed to score, that have a higher probability of scoring. So then obviously with no budget, Savage stays out of the side. Uh, Let me just remove the midfield filter here. Mm, and then obviously there is Kim that I could go for, or just go for the likes of Upamecano. Let's just go for Davies at the back. Hopefully some attacking returns from him in that game. Alfonso Davies comes in. I'll take out Fran Garcia, I'll take out Akanji, I'll take out Di Lorenzo. And what I'll do is I'll go for Hakimi in here. I'll go for Dumfries in here. And then I'll go for the likes of Molina in here. And the goalkeeper duo Ter Stegen. Let's just see what are the dates so I don't mess up. Ter Stegen stays in, and then you can go for Sommer here without a second thought. Yeah, you can simply go for Sommer here without a second thought. Or what you could do is, if you want some of the saving points in those games, let's see what are the keepers that are trending. Sommer and Ter Stegen are the two at the top, are the two ones that people are preferring, to be honest, than any others. Uh, if you want some of those safe points, I'd say you can even punt on Romero uh, against Salzburg, because he's the kind of keeper that is going to make saves and he's starting. So that is a really brilliant stuff when you get that keeper. So you can see that minus 7 million here. But the thing is that if we are intending to use the limitless, there is going to be no budget in here, and you can go totally rogue. There is no worries about the budget in here. So yeah, this is the current limitless draft that I would be fancying if I am to activate the limitless card at the end of the times. But as of now, I'm pretty happy with the two free transfers. My intentions are to go with the wild card first in match day 3 and 4, to target those fixtures and avoid the limitless here. So also, if you are new here, please do subscribe to the channel. We are now just one away from the 1,000 subs, and obviously you subscribing would be very helpful for the channel. Let me know what are your questions. Let me know if you've got any concerns regarding your side or any of the predicted lineup issues that you are not able to find. Now with the for the armband, obviously Harry Kane is a very good pick, and then Erling Haaland could be another one. You can even give it to our Felix. There's Ford in the side, so there are a lot of options. There are, not gonna lie, there are a lot of options this season, and that is what I like about the UCL Fantasy. So I've been talking for 18 minutes straight. Let me know whatever your questions are. Let me know whatever your plans are. And are you intending to play the limitless? And what is your chip strategy? Are you going to hit the limitless now and go for the traditional wild card for 3 and 4? Or are you going to wait out for the limitless and use it in the round of 16? So that is something we've got to decide. My picks for the week would be Hakimi. I think he is bound to do good. Molina is bound to do good. There's Felix. I have a feeling can go rogue in this one, and then obviously Harry Kane uh, could be one of those players that can go big and bury sides without any problems, because he has a very good fixture. My initial idea is to get Harry Kane in here and get Harry Kane in here and somehow fit a defender from Atletico Madrid in my side, and I'd be pretty happy with the side that I have. Thank you, bro. Thank you, Exotic Lord, for subscribing. That is nice that you are on your limitless. Let me know how your team is shaping up with the limitless. What are the players that you've gone for? So yeah, we have the lineups of the two teams that I've already shared. If you want to target someone from Sociedad, I think Kubo Bryce Mendes, Lenormand, and Romero, their goalkeeper could be the guys because the all of them are starting. The rest of the teams are totally avoid for me. The rest of the teams are total avoid for me. I wouldn't definitely not go for the rest of the teams because not the best fixtures, and you've got a lot of options to go for. In forward specifically, you've got a lot of options. If I go cut back the filter of goalkeepers and go for the forwards, so these are a lot of forwards you can punt on. Erling Haaland has not been in the best of his forms, but we all know what he's capable of, and his selected percentage can already tell you that 71% for him, 33% for Harry Kane. So I'd say that going without Harry Kane this week could be a little bit hurtful for the rank. If he fires and you do not own him, the rank is going to be in shambles. Then obviously Kylian Mbappe. Is elected by 28%, but I don't think that it is going to be an easy game for PSG. Newcastle is in tremendous form. They are keeping clean sheets. We've seen that, but obviously you can argue that those were the games in the Premier League, but PSG is not in the best of their forms as of now, as I've seen in them play in Liga. Then Robert Lewandowski is usually among the favorite forwards. Julian Alvarez another one. Lautaro Martinez, Joao Felix, Victor Osimhen could be a differential here, but with all the stuff going on with Napoli, I don't think I would be wasting my transfer on a player that still needs to still need to focus back and get back on the field. I mean, whatever the controversies were, but they do affect you on the field. So I'd look at some other options. Rafael Leo could be a good one. Dortmund, a leaky Dortmund side. Kubo 5 million. I wouldn't punt on someone with Kubo on the limitless. Vinicius Junior, you can target. Rodrigo, you can target. So a lot of forward options to fit in, but not a lot of spaces. Then Griezmann and the likes of Gabriel Jesus are there. Di Maria for a differential, Hoyland for a differential, Kai Havertz and Arcadia won't go there. Those are not uh, my lines, and obviously Morata is there. So a lot of forward options. There are a lot of options to punt on in terms of the forwards. Thoughts on the team? He's got goalkeeper Sommer, Ederson, defense, Cancelo, Dumfries, Molina, Davies, Saliba. I think that is a very good side, bro. Bellingham, Sane, Saka, Odegaard, Bruno Fernandes, attacker Kane, Haaland, Mbappe. So Saka actually limped off in the previous game. We are not sure that he'll start or not. I'll just look at some of the predicted lineups for you. He was not in the lineup at Footmob, so just be sure about Saka. This is the game Lens versus Arsenal. So Saka is not anywhere here. You have to check out for Saka news. I don't think he is gonna start. Uh, let's see the latest one. This is 21 hours earlier, 3 hours earlier by evening standard. Okay, so this is a good news that Saka did train. So yeah, I think you're pretty right with Saka. Let's just check this one too. So one website says that Saka trained with the group, so I think he is gonna start if he trained. Saka is there, so yeah, I think you're all right with Saka. I think you're all right with Saka. Two predicted lineups we've seen, and it says that Saka did train football. I'll check some more websites to give you the accurate news so that you don't, your pick doesn't go in vain. So there is nothing solid with. So yeah, this is a very odd one. There is Ramsdale, White, Saliba, Gabriel, Tomiyasu, Jorginho. Hello, Ashish. Hello. How are you, bro? And then there is Elevers. Hello, bro. How are you? So this website says that there is no Saka. The previous two ones said that he trained and he's gonna start. Let's see some others. So here is Saka training. Here is Saka training. Hello, bros. Thank you for joining in, Ashish and Elahivers. So Saka, another one. Now three votes for Saka. Fourth one is Sports on Bukayo Saka. So yeah, a lot of websites are saying that Saka is gonna start, so you shouldn't be worried about Saka starting. Then there is another one. So two big ones that we've seen who scored in foot mobs say that Saka is not expected to start. It says he's doubtful. He's doubtful. So you have to be sure. Check out some other predicted lineups on Twitter to confirm. And if he's not starting, you've got the likes of Trossard or Odegaard to bring in, bro. But as of now, I've shown you like 6 or 7 websites. 4 of them say that he's starting. 2 of them say that he's not. And as you see, this is what FootMob says. No Bukayo Saka as per FootMob. Yeah, bro, I think that this is going to be an easy one for Arsenal. And I think even with Saka on the bench, I think they're going to defeat Lon. So I don't think that he will be worried about playing Saka, and he might be rested. That is one thing that is very good thing that you highlighted that. So yeah, Saka is a little doubtful for this game. Oh, let's see what is Lon's previous few games. So they lost 3-0. 1-0, got 1-1 versus Sevilla, and after that they've lost 2 games. One at home, the other one at away. Gonna be it is gonna be an easy one for Arsenal, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Even with this team, it is gonna be an easy one. There are a lot of options you can go for if you want to avoid Saka. If I look back at your team, you've got Odegaard already. I think you've got Odegaard enough to cover that Arsenal's attack. If you want to get rid of Saka, there is probably Foden. You can look at. There is obviously Thuram that you can look at, and let's see what other midfield options you have that are being selected by a lot of managers. So Bellingham is on the top. Rodri is somehow on second, because obviously his recoveries that he does, he already has 10 points. So Bukayo, because of the recoveries he usually makes, and obviously the goal he scored, and we did get a yellow, but these recoveries are a very very big thing for the defensive mid or the pivot players. Bukayo Saka on the third one, Kimmich on the fourth one because he got an assist. I wouldn't go around Xavi Simons. Sane is here, Odegaard is here, Federico Valverde is here, Musiala could be a good one. You can look at Jamal Musiala. I wouldn't go around Barella. Khivartis Khalia can be a differential because of the fact that he is an attacking player. Then obviously there are a lot of midfielders, a lot to think on, but not the very safest ones. So if you want to get rid of Saka, I think you have enough cover of Arsenal with Odegaard already in your side. You can look at a differential. You can look at someone else from this list. There's obviously Kimmich for a differential, Jamal Musiala for a differential, and even Khavartis Khalia for a differential. Who will be your captain today? So as of now, my captain. Let me just get a quick look at the fixtures because I'm confused between two lads. Now, this is one game that I'm eyeing on, and Bayern Munich versus Copenhagen. What I'd do is I'd get Harry Kane in and give him the armband for today, and he'd obviously be my captain. For a differential, if I want to punt on someone else, I'd even give the armband to Bellingham against Napoli. But as of now, I have 90 points in the bank, so I would play a little safe and go with Harry Kane against Copenhagen. Leroy Sané and Harry Kane are two good options. And the other week and the other day, if things do not go my way, yeah, I've got the likes of Erling Haaland to cover that armband. Even Julian Alvarez is there, and then obviously Robert Lewandowski. If I keep him, could be a good option. But as of now, I think Harry Kane is going to come into the side, and Harry Kane is going to have the armband for me. And as I talked about, Union Berlin and Braga could be a good defensive game. You can expect Union Berlin to actually, get a clean sheet in here. So thank you all for joining in, who have joined in, and thank you all for subscribing to the channel, because obviously this help means a lot. And yeah, LI viewers have talked about my captains. Who are you gonna captain today, and who are you eyeing to go for a differential if you wanted to captain someone else other than Harry Kane? Let me know in the comments below. So yeah, this is the limitless draft that I have. No budget, just go rogue if you are playing the limitless. And look at the fixtures. I'll just put on the fixtures from here. Felix Porto at away, a good one. Harry Kane has got Copenhagen. Copenhagen did disturb Manchester City last time, but I'd say that Bayern is in a good attacking form, and I think yeah they can score goals in the game. Then obviously Haaland versus Leipzig at away. Sorry about that. Bellingham in the midfield, Napoli at away, Leroy Sane obviously in the midfield, who's got Copenhagen again. Thuram versus Benfica, Phil Foden at that two at home. Phil Foden has got Leipzig at away, Leandro Trossard has got a good fixture. Hakimi is in there, Dumfries is in there, Molina, Joao Cancelo, Davies, all good fixtures to be honest. All juicy fixtures. Obviously, the Hakimi fixture is not as juicy as it seems, but Newcastle, when they do concede, they can be very, very shaky at the back. But as of now, they are pretty strong in their defense. Then Romero and Ter Stegen in goal for me. Let me know whatever your questions are. I'll try my best to answer all of your questions. And you can also share your inputs and whatever whatever your plans are. And as of now, I'm not leaning towards using the limitless. I'd hold on to it for at least another week. Let's see how things shape up for me in match day 3 and in match day 2, at the end of the match day 2 or match day 3. There is an international break coming up, and then we'll head towards match day 3. That is usually the time when a lot of people wild card for match day 3 and 4, and obviously the fifth one. In 6 there are a lot of rotations, so there is absolutely no use of taking the limitless there. So if you are confused between using the limitless, if you are hellbent on using the limitless in game week 2 and in match day 2 and match day 6, I'd say match day 2 is the best time, because at the last 2 weeks there is a lot of rotations. There are a lot of rotations, and the reason for that is a lot of big teams have already qualified, so they rest their players for the league. There are some good teams obviously that I've seen on Twitter, some excellent teams with the limitless. So you can look at other teams too, just for a little bit of an idea, but definitely do not copy them. Play it the way you want. uh, Obviously there is no losing in these games. There is a huge rank sheet, and you can end up anywhere according to your strategy. Hopefully we all end up somewhere around in top 100. That would be the goal. But yeah, green arrows for all of us, hopefully at the end of the match day. So thank you bro for commenting, and thank you bro for subscribing, means a lot. Exotic Lord, I like your name though. So yeah, what I was saying, that obviously there is no losing in this one, and you can end up at any rank you want just with a good strategy. A lot of people. So in the UCL fantasy, what I've concluded from airs, obviously I've been playing it for a while, and what I've concluded is that usually the teams are very very similar in every week. Now what gives you the advantage is the two players that are your differentials. So if you choose them wisely, if you choose your differentials correctly, you are definitely going to win the Champions League fantasy, because the differences of 30 points and 35 points are very, very hard to catch in the UCL fantasy, because the reason that I stated that 85% and 90% of the teams are similar, the 10% is the difference in the UCL fantasy. In the Premier League, obviously, when you play the Fantasy Premier League, you go for that one pick, but there are chances that your teams and the other ones are 70 to 60% similar, but the 30% plays a huge role. In here, the 90% of the teams are similar. So I'd say if you are like Exotic Lord here shared his team. So I'd say if you are playing the limitless, and you're like us, you might already have Harry Kane in your side, you would have Haaland in your side. Mbappe is among the top picks, so most of the managers would go for them. Uh, there are only going to be like 2 in 10 that would say that I don't want to go with Haaland or Mbappe. Then obviously Jude Bellingham is going to be in everyone's team. Leroy Sané, Trossard is a very popular pick if Saka is going to miss out. I don't know about Thuram if people are going for him, but he could be a good one if he starts. Then obviously Foden, I'm not sure. So Foden and Thuram are my two differentials here alongside Joao Felix. So those are the three differentials. The defense I think is going to probably be the same of everyone: Hakimi, Dumfries, Molina, Joao Cancelo, Davis, and the goalkeepers a little bit of a difference. But I'd say Ter Stegen is the popular pick that everyone has in their side. So at exact 9:35, I'll wrap it up and I'll post my team right at 9:40 on Twitter to let you guys know what I've decided. I'll take the 5 minutes to make my decisions. But the decision as of now is clear. I'm not going to be pulling that limitless chip as of now. I will hold on to it because I don't think my team is in need of the limitless. I think I've got some good players, and what I had in mind in match day one was to go with the players that are for a good long term value. So my idea would be just to do the wild card in match day three and save the limitless for around in round of 16. Just a little differential this season. Let's see how things go for me there when I do that. So this would be obviously on your screen. This is what I would say you can go for. The limitless. These would be my picks. There can be some differentials in here. You can scrap out Joao Felix. Go Joao Felix. Sorry about that. Go for Kylian Mbappe up front. Take out Leandro Trossard from your side. Go for Jesus up front. Take out Trossard. Go for the likes of probably Odegaard or Jamal Musiala, or probably the likes of Kimmich if you want to. So these are all the picks that you can go for. Absolutely no shame in picking up these lads because these are all are very very good options. So we are missing out on some good options that we've had last season in the midfield. But yeah, this is what we've got for this season. And in obviously the midfield defense is very good as you've got some good defenders that do provide attacking returns. And obviously there is Giovanni Di Lorenzo missing here. You can go for him if you want to. Similarly you can look at Balde from Barcelona. Cancelo, I've already got him to cover the Barcelona defense. If you want to do a substitute, there is obviously Kunde. Davies stays in. There is the other lad from can't recall him, the other lad from Inter Milan. Hakimi is in there. Trippier could be a good one if you want to look at someone differential to attack that PSG game, because I think Newcastle are going to be sitting at the back. They will do those counters, but when they do those counters, the long balls from Trippier do make a lot of difference. Hamish or Galino? Let me check the ownership of Galino first. So he's just been selected by 4%, and he's got Barcelona. Even though it is a home game, I wouldn't prefer Garino. I'd say go for Kimmich. Yeah, definitely go for Kimmich. There is a very lower probability of him scoring more goals against Barcelona. Obviously, Barcelona has their defense, total defense back. They've got Araujo, they've got Koundé, they've got Christensen. All of them are top notch. So I don't think, yeah, it would be an easy one for Porto. I definitely pick Kimmich because of the fixture, because of the good fixture. I won't guarantee that there will be returns from Kimmich, but I can guarantee that he might score with a probability, obviously, with a 75-80% probability that he might score more than Galino because of the good fixture he has. 3 more minutes and then obviously I'll wrap this up, and we'll let just in 5 minutes we'll let you know what my team is looking like. But just to give you an idea, I'm not sold on the limitless as of now. I will be holding that limitless, just going to get in Harry Kane somehow, and probably cover Atletico's defense, or probably get in someone from Leipzig, not Leipzig, sorry, Real Sociedad at the back. But yeah, this would be my team. You're welcome, bro. Thank you for your comment. And do subscribe if you do enjoy the live streams that I rarely do these days, but I will try my best to, continue these as soon as I'm done with my semester. Thank you all to everyone. Thank you everyone for joining in. Thank you everyone for the comments and all the support. Uh, Saka is obviously, just to get you guys in on the news, that we've seen a lot of predicted lineups. Some say Saka is going to start, the others say he's doubtful. But I have a little bit of theory of him being doubt in starting, and that would be because of the because of the Premier League game they have against the likes of Man City on Sunday. So yeah, that is going to be something to look at before you go with Saka. And you've got Leandro Trossard, you've got Odegaard, and definitely you've got the likes of Gabriel Jesus to cover that Arsenal attack. So a lot of good options, definitely a lot of good options. Now, if I go back, there is no reset option in here, which is very sad. If I go back, so this is what I have for my current team. What I could do is get rid of Robert Lewandowski. I have Cancelo covering that Barca game. I can go for Harry Kane in here and use the other free transfer to get rid of Rome. Or I can keep him, get rid of Di Lorenzo, and get Molina in here. Yeah, so I can do that. The rest of the defense, I think it is not very safest to go with Fran Garcia, Rome, and Akanji. But yeah, this is what I am currently eyeing on, to get Harry Kane in here to get the maximum out of the attack, and just hold the limitless. This is what my plan is as of now. This is what the team I currently have. So yeah, now we'll wrap this up. I've talked about the potential limitless, and obviously you can just go a little back on the live stream and check out what is the limitless that I've talked about. You can definitely ask your questions to me in the DMs. My Twitter is FPLZ. And thank you all for all the support, and thank you all for helping me reach 1,000 subs. I may not spit out enough words, but that my heart is obviously forever in debt to all of you. You can let me know what more content you want to see onto the channel, and I'll try my best to provide with all of that. So yeah, thank you all, and hope that we all end up at green arrows at the end of the day. So yeah, thank you.